What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So we're going to see today if the Pampered Chef Stand Mixer is a worthy candidate in the stand mixer arena. Pampered Chef has been known to make kitchenware, cookware, and appliances for a long time. And this is the first time they've gotten into the stand mixer market. So on the show today, we're going to give it the old Amy Learns to Cook test and review. We're going to test out the Pampered Chef Stand Mixer. Okay, so we've all been waiting on this Pampered Chef Stand Mixer. It came out a month or two ago, but since then it's only been really available to people who host a party. It hasn't yet been launched for anybody to buy it. So I think the price is like $3.99, $400, but you can get 50 to 60% off depending if you host a party that you sell enough products, you get the discount. It is not launched yet generally for purchase, so I don't know when they're going to do that. Maybe they just have a limited quantity or something. So I am a Pampered Chef fan. I can't say that I have a ton of their products. Like I've said in the past, I do have their cookie cooling racks, and they're awesome. I'll put a link up here. I actually put a stand mixer on top of one. That's how sturdy those are. I love them. I've been using them for years, and I wouldn't give them up, right? So I do have a friend to thank for this. She hosted a party and allowed me to buy it at the discount. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm looking excited to see what this mixer can do. So we're going to review this on our traditional Amy Learns to Cook categories. We're going to be looking at the overall look and feel of the mixer. That's the fit, the finish. It's a subjective category about how I feel like the mixer is put together. We're also going to be using the whisk to make some whipped cream. We're going to be using the dough hook to make some bread dough. And we're going to be using the paddle to make some cookies. So let's start with the overall look and feel. So this mixer is kind of interesting. It's like 5-point-something quarts. So it's a classic tilt head. One disappointing thing that I had on this is I was hoping that they would bring out a fully metal mixer. And when I first pulled it out of the box, I wasn't exactly sure what it was. I know that the base seems like it's metal, but the top, the mixer head, to me, seems like it's plastic. Now, is that a terrible thing? No, not necessarily. I've used a lot of fully plastic body mixers. Some of them perform just as well as some of the mainstream metal ones, right? So I think they're building this some sort of plastic that's somewhat as hard as steel or as durable as steel.
Sturdy.
Yeah. So this mixer comes with this pouring shield. You have to pay extra for this. It's a C-shaped pouring shield. I think this is probably might be necessary on this mixer because there's not a lot of clearance on the round. There's not a lot of clearance around the bowl, so it's going to be helpful. It has a really high pouring shield? Pour chute here. That's helpful. I really like that. It appears that this is metal, but this might be burnished. It kind of looks like it's burnished. The dough hook is a little lightweight. It is a spiral, but it's a little...
It could be aluminum, but it's coated.
Yeah, and the paddle is like a rubberized. It does have a flex edge on here, but it's like a metal with a rubber all over the paddle, which is kind of interesting. So with the mixer, Pampered Chef did do a few things that is kind of interesting. There's a wrap here for your cord. A lot of people have trouble on a lot of the other stand mixers with just a cord flopping all over. They've gotten these hooks to go on the back. They've built that in here. Here's your on and off switch. It's kind of a funky looking mixer. It goes along with a lot of their other appliances in terms of the color. It has a handle here so you can move it around pretty easy. There's like a handle here. This is your lever to lift the tilt head. It does have a hub on the front. They don't have any attachments yet, but I'm assuming that they will based on them putting a hub on here. This is pretty flimsy plastic though. I'm a little concerned about the durability of that. So I think one of the claim to fame kind of things that Pampered Chef was trying to bring out is all this digital display with the presets. When it comes to a stand mixer, I don't know about the presets. I mean, I think if you're a really beginner cook and you need that confidence that can add to you with the stand mixer. I do like the digital display. I don't know, for me, I don't really care about the presets.
Maybe it allows you to walk away and just let it do.
So you can go whip, you can cream for your cookies, you can mix. It programs the speed and the time. It has a timer in it. Beat, 2 minutes. Knead, 8 minutes.
But it also shows you what attachment to use.
Yeah, it shows you what attachment to use. So if you're really a beginner cook, you might need that. I don't know. For me, I don't really mind. I don't really need that. I can probably figure that out. They also have a custom where you can add in the timer if you want. How do you change the...
Do you have to hit the clock? Or go under custom.
So I'm on custom. You can change the speed. So it's an 8-speed mixer. Okay, so the bowl does have a handle. That's very nice.
Yay.
It's a pretty nice bowl, brushed stainless on the bowl. So what can I say about this mixer? I do like that it has this thing for the cord. I think that's really interesting. I do like that. I kind of like that it's digital. That makes it kind of fun. The presets just junk up the menu there for me. I don't know. I don't necessarily need that. It's 1 through 8. I don't really need them to tell me that I have to put the paddle on for cookies. I think if you're a really, really beginner cook, you've never used a stand mixer before, maybe the first 3, 4, 5 times you use it. After that, I think you can pretty much figure out dough, paddle, or whisk. I don't think you really need a menu for that.
And at least it has a knob instead of some irritating up and down buttons.
Yeah, I do like the knob. It has a neat look to it, right? It gives me a quasi-Breville stand mixer combined with old Scrappy Doo with the flat-looking head on it. Yeah, I think it's kind of groovy. I think if you really love Pampered Chef and you have some other Pampered Chef products and you want them to match, I think the color is really interesting. I like the color. I don't know if it comes in other colors. I don't think at this point it does, but maybe it will in the future. At first glance, is there something that would draw me to this mixer over another mixer? I don't know. Maybe if you like the look of it, and you like the cord wrap. The menu definitely would not. So that's my my thoughts. I do like the handle on it. I don't like this plasticky thing in the front. I could see myself breaking that. Do like this. The tilt head, I kind of like that, how it lives there. And I really do like the handle. Those are great features. So those are my thoughts about it. Okay, we're going to start out easy with the mixer by whipping some cream. We washed and chilled the bowl in the whisk. One thing I can say is this whisk is a little on the flimsy side. We have 2 cups of heavy cream. Our first test of it. I'm just going on custom. I'm going to add in some powdered sugar. Looks like we have whipped cream.
Do you need confirmation?
Do you want to confirm it? Here we go!
We need to make sure it tastes and feels like whipped cream.
So we're back to this again?
Yeah. Sock it to me.
You want? You want to get socked? You wanted it! You got it!
Yep, that's whipped cream.
Okay, time for some cookies. So we have the scraper paddle on here. I have some butter in the bowl. And we're going to see how this thing creams. It has a creaming setting. You think I should try to use it? Oh, Lord. Okay. Cream. I think it starts out slow and then increases, doesn't it?
I hope so.
I hope. Because it ain't going to cream on one. It speeds up on its own. Wow. It starts out slow and it speeds up on the creaming thing. It gets faster. Whoa. Whoa. So the creaming setting started out really low and it ramped up on its own. Is it going to stop on its own?
No. Yeah, it's doing a countdown.
Okay.
14 seconds. 10, 9, 8.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy something. Whoa, that was something.
Entertaining.
A little bit of vanilla. Can I make an initial assessment? I'm just going to make a comment. And for those who love this mixer, they can love it. I don't like the controls. I absolutely do not like them. One thing, the dial doesn't stop when it goes to 8. It keeps going. So you roll, roll, roll. So if you're opposite, it's not like when you're on with your one, when you're on a lever where you can just go click, 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 click. You know what speed you're on. You don't even have to look at it. And then when it's your end, it stops. This one doesn't stop. So it goes up to 8, but the thing keeps rolling and beeping. That is...
Well, do they expect you to look at the display?
I don't know. Sometimes you might be on the other side of the mixer. Pampered Chef.
Is it all mixed?
It's mixed. Wow.
Tailhead was got a little bucking bronco.
That's a no for me.
That's a no?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I think it bounced quite a bit. It struggled. It seemed like the motor was making like a speed up, slow down. I know it was doing that on the creaming. Wow.
You're used to motors that, despite their wattage claims, maybe they have more power. They just maintain the same speed. They don't really...
Yeah,
They don't make it like it's ramping up, slowing down, ramping up.
Well, it's supposed to ramp up because you're supposed to put it on the creaming, and because it's doing everything for you, it starts out slow and then it ramps up to do the creaming.
Fine,
and that's a fun little feature. I really think it bounced too much, and even when it was high up, it was like the motor like had the slow down, speed up kind of thing going on.
You don't know if it's struggling, but it gives you that question in your mind. Is it struggling or not?
Yeah.
But did it mix your batter?
It did.
The dough's good?
Those are my thoughts. Time for some bread dough. So we just had a little debate about how big of a recipe I should do. It is just over a 5-quart mixer. I don't want to do a 3-cup because I don't want there to be an issue with there being a big gap between the base and the dough hook, because the dough hook's kind of small. So we're doing a 6-cup recipe, which is in the line, well in the line of what a 4-quart mixer should be able to do. I mean, a 5-quart mixer should be able to do. It is well in line with what a $400 mixer should be able to do.
Well, that's the big reason, right? Are we spending $400 to make one piece of bread at a time? One roll at a time?
Should I use this
Is that a preset?
preset for this?
Sure, it should be entertaining.
Gosh. Flour action.
It's doing a countdown. We're at 7 minutes and 38 seconds.
Okay.
Can it do it in 7.5 minutes?
At some point, does it kick up to a 2? I don't know. I guess so, huh? I mean, it's an interesting concept. I don't know. I guess I'm just a control freak. So the manual says the head moving around is normal. Okay, just kicked up. Speed. Huh, not too bad. A little better than I thought it was going to be. Oh, so it's cranked up to speed 2. And it says we have 5 minutes of mixing left, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let me go around and get a board so we can take a look at this dough. It looks pretty smooth. Okay, so let me put a little bit of olive oil on this board. And let's get the dough out of here.
Ebu's bowl removal service. Or not. Almost. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, It made a really nice ball of dough. I think it did a good job kneading it. It's nice and soft and supple. It's really nice. It actually did a really good job. The dough feels, magnificent, right?
The preset worked.
I don't know if it's a preset, but...
Or is it just your ingredients?
It does have a spiral dough hook, and it actually did a good job.
But you like spiral dough hooks. They do a better job of kneading than some of the other shapes.
It did a really good job kneading. So the manual says that there will be a lot of movement on the head, and that was definitely for sure. So the cookies, it bucked around a lot, and there's kind of like maybe to me the presets are a little gimmicky. It did create the dough. It just bucked a little bit to me. It made some beautiful bread dough. My feelings about it overall, I think the jury is out for me. It did a beautiful job making the dough. I'm going to have to use it more. But for experience, for the cook, it was a little on the shaky side at times. I don't know. Maybe they just put that flex in there to, help with it. I don't know. I think the styling is kind of neat. It's a neat looking mixer. It's not like your traditional, totally like tilt head, because it does have the additional features of the handle, the cord wrap. I think that's interesting. And if you're into the presets, it's great for people like that, that like that. Nice handle on the bowl. Jury's out for me on it, but take a look at it and see if it would meet your needs. I hope you enjoyed this.